and I want to take you through what Tony Robbins calls the 6 human needs. Now, by show of hands, how many of you know or have heard of the 6 human needs before? All right. So it looks like we've got a couple people, but I'm going to take you through the 6 things quickly that are really driving you. They're driving me. They're driving Rob. They're driving all of us. And the very first one is we all have a need for certainty. And that means, how can we be certain? How can we be safe? How can we, believe that everything is going to be okay? Because imagine, if we didn't have certainty, we wouldn't be out there looking at buildings. We wouldn't be out there raising capital. We wouldn't be out there, buying second homes around the world or helping other people. So you need to really check in and ask yourself, how much certainty do you have on a scale of 1 to 10? And Rob and I have a ton of certainty that we're at the right place at the right time, that God's with us everywhere we walk, and He's also with you. Now, on the other side of having certainty, folks, you need number 2, which is uncertainty, also known as variety. Because if we did the same thing every day, we ate the same food, we watched the same movie, we underwrote the same project, we'd get bored. And so you want to have a little bit of element of uncertainty or variety. That's why we love sports. I know we got some NHL hockey happening, some basketball, some baseball. So sports can be good. Real estate obviously provides a ton of variety, right? You can travel to different countries like Lisa and I and our 3 boys do, but you really got to check in. How much certainty have you got and how much variety are you getting? Number 3 is an interesting one, and it's called significance. Significance. And that is where you've got to find a way to feel unique or important or special. You might get it from being a real estate investor. You might get it from being a husband or a wife, a parent. Maybe you're like Hitomi and you go to real estate conferences, right? Or Rob, whatever you do, you've got to find a way to feel like you're fitting in, that you matter, you're part of a community or tribe. And again, you don't want to do this from ego, because we know that stands for edging God out, but you do want to find your place so that you can go out there and do it at a higher level. Okay? Number 4 is called the need for connection and love. Connection and love, they go together. And we're human beings, and we need to not only connect with others, but we need to give and receive love to feel like life's worth living, right? If you're ever down or you're depressed or, you feel like you're in a fog, it's probably because you're disconnected from yourself, disconnected from others, or disconnected from the Lord. And if you plug back in and really own who you are, the magnificence, the brilliance that you are, and you give gratitude for your spouse or your kids or your grandkids or your parents or your siblings or your community or your tenants, right? And you love on them, amazing sunlight starts to find you and the world becomes a brighter place. So folks, we call those the 4 primary needs, where the final needs are the needs of the spirit. Okay. So the first 4 are the primary needs, where the final 2 are the needs of the spirit, because number 5 is the need for growth. And Rob talks about this all the time, and I applaud him for it, because, we're like plants. And if a plant isn't growing, ultimately what's happening to it? It's dying. And we don't want to die. We don't even want to survive. We want to thrive. And that's why communities like Addicted to Life exist, to help you to grow. And that leads to the final one, number 6, which is contribution. Contribution. Folks, you got to get up every day and ask yourself, how can I contribute to myself and make me better so that I can go out there and make the world better? Whether that's through your W-2 job, whether that's through real estate, whether that's through, some of the charity stuff that you do. And let's just give Rob a shout out for that as well. Out of all the clients that I've coached, Rob is in the upper echelon of giving back. He believes that the secret to living is giving, and that's really his way to help, share with the world what he's all about, contribution. So again, I'm giving these to you today to remind you that there's something that gives you life, something that gives you opportunity, something that gives you, optimism to go out there. But if you don't know what's driving it, you're going to forget it. So know that you need more certainty, you need some variety, you need to feel significant, you need to connect, you need to grow, and you need to contribute. So let's all go over to the chat box real quick, because we got still some stuff to get through. And let me ask you, what's one thing that you're going to commit to digging into deeper. If there's one of these 6 things that you know you want more of, you crave more of, you desire more of, what is it? Let's see those numbers right now. All right. Connection. Thank you. Connection and love. Shirley, thank you. Hans, growth. John, growth. Jake, growth. All right. Contribution from Jenna. Guys, you're nailing this. Significance. Elisa, very, very good. And again, the more we feel significant, not from ego, the more we're able to go out there and contribute. So they do go together. So Lisa, John, growth, contribution, all of these look really, really good. I want to applaud you. I'm going to close the chat, take a sip of water, and let's move to the next thing. And I urge you to grab a sip of water yourself.